What up, what up, what up? It's your girl, Killer KKK, Love in the Building. Tell me how y'all feeling. This ain't like, one of the other lives. This is the monthly Black Lives Matter, bringing recognition to either race-related hate crimes or police brutality crimes, crimes against humanity. So, as much as I do want to be jovial and happy and upbeat, it ain't gonna be like that. I already damn near start crying. All right, so for those of you who are new to this channel, please do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button with the post notification bell, because you don't want to miss when I go live, especially for topics like this. And if you do need to book a private reading with me, check the description box below. It has my email address, my Instagram, my Facebook. All right, so a lot of us are, the new age people, the younger generation may not be aware of this situation, but on Sunday, September 15th, 1963, there was a bombing at the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama. 4 young girls were killed in that bombing. And there could have been another one that survived, but I believe that 4 definitely passed away during that time. They were around the ages anywhere from 11 to 14. They had been attending church. The girls' names are Addie Mae Collins, Denise McNair, Carol Robertson, and Cynthia Wesley. I already know I'm gonna start crying, so I'm prepared for that. I'm prepared for that, most definitely. Apparently there was a bomb. What I'm picking up from it, and this is probably going along with everything else, there was a bomb put in the basement of the church or somewhere in the church. I don't really know how the KKK people who did this got the bomb into the church or anything like that. I'm like, come on, y'all, this is a terrorist group. They didn't kill people and ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? They didn't got away with it. I feel like this was a church in general. It gives me Martin Luther King vibes somewhat. Like this was a church that came together to praise, worship, meetings were held. It was a safe space for Black people in that day and age. So it gave them comfort to come together. There was potlucks, there was probably fundraisers, things that kind of held the community together. And I think that posed a threat to the obvious terrorist group, the KKK, who decided that, we should just bomb this church. I'm also getting here too that possibly the leader of the church, the pastor, or someone of that nature had been warned about something. Somebody had been warned about doing something. And, it was like they were well known. The person who was the leader of this church was well known. And so I feel as though intuitively they had been warned about doing something, or they had continued to do something like, if you keep doing this, we're going to get you type energy. And I think this was planned out, I want to say for a month or a few weeks. This was planned out. This wasn't just like something, it wasn't a situation where somebody did something inflammatory to this racist group to incite this, reaction. This was something that was planned out over time. And this happened quite frequently. If a successful African-American church, business, whatever the case may have been, was up and coming or producing good results or being positive, helping people to come together, it was a problem. It was a threat. So I think that that's where this came from. I don't think that whoever did this was trying to necessarily, they were trying to make an example out of the situation. And they did not care who they hurt in the process. But we're going to focus on the young girls in this case. We're not going to focus on the racist people or whatever. We're going to focus on these young girls and their connection to each other and just in general what messages they may have. And just some other information that could have been not really known. So first and foremost, before we start this reading, I'm going to say the prayer, of course. This is some heavy energy. I can feel it. I do definitely personally feel connected to this energy. I don't know, if I don't know if I could have had like a past life where I lived around the situation. I don't know, but I've always felt oddly connected to it. I felt like my mother felt oddly connected to it because my mother was young. I don't even know how old she was. She was kind of like a baby when this happened, but I felt connected to it. I don't know why, but I did feel connected to this. This was a completely different time in the South. This was completely different. This wasn't, and I'm getting to like, they didn't really, it's like we were just minding our own business. We didn't do nothing to nobody. We were just minding our own business. That's the part that makes it so diabolical, is that regardless of the fact of who did what, they was just minding their own business. So what? Anyways, we're gonna say the prayer because it's taking me there. I'm going there, y'all. It's taking me there. Thank you, guys, guardians, angels, and ancestors, for allowing the most important messages to come forth on behalf of the 4 little girls who were bombed wrongfully in Birmingham, Alabama. Oh, thank you, God, source above all, for allowing me to interpret the messages as they're meant to be received. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting and securing this connection from any lower vibrational energies or entities. All right. We're going to get 4 messages to come through. I feel like there just needs to be awareness. Even if I say things that are known about this situation, it just still needs to be, there needs to be awareness brought to this, because I don't feel like this devastated a community of people who have gone to that church, who knew those little girls, who were the mothers and fathers of those little girls. It devastated a whole community, and it feels like it almost just got brushed under the rug. And that it wasn't that long ago. It really wasn't that long ago. This happened in 1963. Okay? This was in the 60s. This was not that long ago. Like, at all. This was like basically 60 years ago. Was it 60 years ago? Yeah, it was like 6 years ago. So somebody in their 60s in that time frame could have remembered that. You know what I'm trying to say? It wasn't that long ago. What are the important messages on behalf of Addie Mae Collins, please? What are the important messages on behalf of Addie Mae Collins? There's no such thing as death. The earth is our school. That's what Addie looks like wants to say. We're going to take a look into some of this energy too. What is the important messages that Denise McNair would like to say at this time? What is the important messages that Denise McNair would like to say at this time? Aww. I was met by so many loving people. I am here helping you. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I felt like for... Whoo, child, I'm about to start crying, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I feel so connected to this, and I don't know why. But I feel very, very connected to this. Like, extremely connected to this. But I did feel like they were, in a sense, protected when this happened. Almost like the blast happened so fast. Some of them did suffer. I want to say 2 of the girls did suffer a little bit. But they said they suffered for a greater cause. And it almost felt like, it's just, I get so many different energies from this. I feel like the people who did this, as much as they outwardly are racist, somebody felt bad about it. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody felt bad about it. But I'm also getting here too, whoever did this, it's something about their child that they had a complication in or something like that. I'm also getting two, wow. Who's saying this? Addie is saying that they, whoever did this, these were men, obviously. One of them either had a pregnant wife at the time or the child was very small. And I think it's Addie saying that she went to visit the child, and the child was kind of psychically open. See, this is the thing. Back in the day, having abilities like that, it wasn't, you couldn't just be like, oh yeah, I can read the future, or I can read the past, or I remember my past lives. It was like, you couldn't say those things even though it was happening. But I feel like there was a child who had described or had seen one of the little girls and was describing it in some way to their parent, and it haunted them. You know, like stuff like that. You, as a human, bro, you can't just kill people and just live a happy life and be all happy about it. Like, that shit don't work like that. It doesn't. But I am seeing for Denise, she's saying that she was met by so many loving people. I think they all were. Whoo, child, I'm trying really, really hard not to cry. It's deep. It's touching my heart space. I'm not gonna lie. All right, what are the important messages from Carol Robertson, please? What are the important messages for Carol Robertson? It is not your fault. Whew. I'm about to start crying, y'all. What are the important messages for Carol Robertson, please? It was my time to go. I think she's saying that about a parent or somebody who blamed themselves, who felt like they should have done more to protect their child when there really wasn't much you could do at that time. Okay, I'm trying not to cry, y'all. I'm gonna try to just get through this. Whew. What is the message here? The messages here for Cynthia Wesley, please. What are the important messages here for Cynthia Wesley? What are the important messages here for Cynthia Wesley, please? They just said, thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this reading. Thank you for acknowledging. What is the messages here for Cynthia Wesley, please? That might have been Cynthia. What is the message here for Cynthia Wesley, please? What is the message here for Cynthia Wesley? What is the message here for Cynthia Wesley, please? Oh. Whew, this is intense. I halfway was like, ooh, I'm going to do that reading. I was like, am I ready for that? But I feel, I don't know why I feel so connected. I don't know if I was around them in the past. I don't know, but I feel very connected to this situation. But for Cynthia Wesley, the message is, I see all of your thoughts. I watch over you every day. I think this could be in regards to a parent, a sibling, or something of that nature. So they all have their different messages here. Whew, child. This reading is really hitting me, like in my solar plexus and in my heart chakra. It's like hitting me. Like, I don't even know. Like, can I do this? All right. We're going to get an angel message for each one of them. And then we're going to go ahead and go in with the reading. All right. Yeah. So they're saying, though, I'm getting from Addie Mae, there's no such thing as death. The earth is our school. I'm getting that the way that we interpreted death. I think that what the message is from her is that we're all here to learn, even though what we think in reality is death or destruction is actually rebirth, and it's actually learning. It's actually part of creation. And I think that's what we kind of get stuck on in this world, even though it looks so evil. Things, it's like we're here to learn. Because I'm getting for her specifically, she's saying, I came to learn. She's singing this little light of mine. Oh my God, I'm going to let it shine. Yeah. That's what I'm getting for her. She's singing it like, this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. So she's saying you can smile through the dark times because at the end of the day, everything is light anyways. And I think for her, she's saying she didn't really feel any pain. I don't know how old she was at the time. She just said all dogs go to heaven. Oh, okay, she's bringing it up. She's like, judge not lest ye be judged. Okay, so I think there's this level of, as hard as it may be to kind of experience situations like this as a brown person, as a person of color, as somebody who could have lived through the Jim Crow era, as somebody who remembered the civil rights movement. It's so hard. It's like making me want to cry. It's so hard to take that energy away from the action that these people have done. It's so hard to not blame every single person for what they did. It's so hard to dismantle almost the reaction of hate within you. It's hard to do that, but it's necessary to do that. I don't know. That's what she's saying. She's coming on a whole like spiritual wave. Like, this is our school. We came here to learn. And yes, some of these lessons are going to be very difficult, very hard to see. They're going to be very hard on the heart, heavy on the heart. Like, there's so much more to life than this. So don't get consumed by this. This was a part of history. She's bringing up Emmett Till too. Ooh, because I was going to do an Emmett Till reading, but I wasn't ready. That's crazy how she brought up Emmett Till. Crazy how she brought up Emmett Till. I was gonna do an Emmett Till reading, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, so that's what she's saying. They're saying help is on the way. This is all a part of a lesson. Okay, let's just get these angel messages here. What is the angel message here for Addie Mae, please? What is the angel message here for Addie Mae, please? Important message. Support and children. I'm like, y'all think I'm playing? Support and children right there. That's the message that is brought up from her, is support and children here. All right. Whew, child. I'm trying not to cry, y'all. I really am trying not to cry. It's kind of hard. Okay. What is the message here for Denise McNair? Please, the angel message here for Denise McNair. What is the angel message here for answer prayer? Ooh, she said God answers prayers. Yeah, okay, so she's bringing up, like, how many times do you guys pray for those who, like, we're always praying for the, so here's the thing, right? We don't ever really pray for our enemies, because they're saying your enemy is not the entire race of white people. Your enemy is the darkness that resides in the hearts of those that have not been healed. That's the enemy. And that's what we have to see. It doesn't just stop at white people at all. It's the darkness in the hearts of those who have not healed, who have not chosen the light, who have not gone to the light, who think that they are the light. Your enemy is ego. You know what I'm saying? Your enemy is hate. It's not a specific group of people, even though it's been taught to this group of people. That's not what it is, right? The enemy is guilt without reconciliation or without resolve. If somebody feels guilty and doesn't do anything about it, eventually they find a reason to throw off that guilt from them onto you, or they find a point to point the finger at. All right. This is very informative for me. I'm learning as well. Like, I didn't know that this reading was going to go like this, but this is how this reading is going. Okay. Okay. What are the messages here for Carol Robertson, please? The angel message for Carol Robertson. Spiritual growth. She said, you're not going through it, you're growing through it. What is the important message here for Cynthia Leslie? Intention. Intention, all right? Blessings, emerging, balance, abundance. So that's coming. That's what I feel is coming towards us, even in light of the situation. I'm also seeing here too, one of these little girls, I'm getting Cynthia and Denise. One of them prayed really hard to be the change. It's going to make me cry. But one of them at this time when they were younger, they saw this in the world and they prayed to God to make it stop. They prayed, how can you use me as instrument, God, please? Somebody was praying to make this thing stop, this energy, this evilness stop. So somebody, one of them prayed for this to end. Like, can we stop this killing and all this stuff right here like that? And the prayer was answered. But not necessarily in a way where it was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna turn this ring light, y'all. Ooh, it's bright. It's bright. We're gonna turn it down a little bit. But one of them or both of them prayed to be the solution to the problem. To make this stop so that they can have a normal childhood, so they can, not have to deal with this. It was a burden on them. It was a burden on their family, one of their fathers too. Something could have happened to one of their fathers, or where he almost met a situation that was life or death for him. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take a look at individually each of them. I honestly don't think I can do this reading for long. I thought I could do this reading, but this is some really intense energy here. So we're going to look at each of their lives and just kind of see what they were thinking, what was going on for them, get some information, some general messages here. Okay. I'm going to go with the as above, so below that. Okay. You guys, I'm like really feeling this. Like, I know this probably looks hella awkward, but I'm really like in this energy. I'm really connecting with Addie and Cynthia for some reason. Okay. What is the energy here for Addie Mae Collins? What is the energy here for Addie Mae Collins? She's saying everything happened so quickly, there wasn't really time to figure out what to do. Everything just happened so quickly, is what I'm getting here. I'm not sure if all the girls were together, because I'm seeing some of them walking. It's like they were all almost at different places. Or they could have been all together. But I'm getting at a split second, everybody's intuition synced in at once. Like, for them to have, also there's an energy of, I'm getting soul bonding, that they passed away together. Some of them, wow, because I'm seeing that there was one of them here, either Cynthia or Addie, who realized initially, they didn't all die at the same time, but I'm getting that one of them kind of took charge, took the lead. There was a couple of them that were confused. They didn't know what happened. All of a sudden you just hear this explosion. The next thing you know, you're looking at your body on the ground, or you're in the hospital looking at your body, whatever the case may be, because I don't know if they all died immediately. I think that some of them passed away later on. But I think Addie or Cynthia kind of led, like, passed away, kind of accepted it, and then kind of waited for the others to realize what had happened. There was a lot of confusion. Like, what just happened is what I'm getting here. What is the energy, please, for Addie Mae? Oh, God. Yeah. They were confused about when they realized what happened, why somebody would have wanted to do that, why they would have wanted to do something like that. They were confused about it. Because again, these girls were younger. They knew about racism, but they didn't understand why somebody would have wanted to do that at a church or just in general. Okay. I get that they heard stories, and imagine like how traumatizing it is to be a little girl at that time, hearing these scary stories that are fucking real because you're Black. Like, imagine when you were little hearing Jeepers Creepers and you're like, oh my God, that's so scary, but you knew it wasn't real. Imagine hearing these scary fucking stories that you knew were real. You saw little kids or heard stories of people going missing and never coming back to their families. That shit was fucking real for them. That wasn't just a scary story or a fairy tale. That was a reality for them. Okay? That was real for them at that time. That shit was really going on. That hate was real. They're saying something about the hate you give. Something about that movie. Okay, so what's the energy, please, here for Adi? Yeah, this was complete injustice. But I'm getting here, it's beautiful. She feels very strong to me. They all do, of course. But she definitely feels very strong because it feels like what I'm seeing from her is that this was an injustice. The justice card reversed. There was never a justice for this. They never, or at least, you know what I mean? It never felt like there was a justice. The community wasn't able to do anything. Like, it literally, I'm trying so hard to hold back these tears, y'all. Just imagine being an adult, being a dad, being a father, being a church member, a church leader, and not being able to get justice. And they're talking about even now today how it happens. It may not be a bombing, but this justice card reversed, still having to fight for a justice, still having to fight for it. But then there's also the Empress with the chariot. So healing and moving on. I'm getting for her, she's healing or she's helping to heal and move on. That could be her energy or exactly that. Like, I'm getting that. That's all major arcana. The Justice card reversed, the Empress, and the Chariot. Like, the Empress talks about having everything you need to heal, healing these wounds, and literally being able to move on. Whew, this is so intense for me right now. This is really fucking intense for me right now. I'm hearing whistling or humming. One of them liked to sing. I don't know if they were in the choir or not, but one of them liked to sing, whistle, or hum. They're saying even though there wasn't injustice, it's like it's about healing and moving on. It's not about staying stuck on the thing that happened, even though it hurts, even though we're fighting still to this day for this justice. All right, let's see. Why is support here with children for Addie Mae? Why is support here? The Two of Wands reversed. Why is support here with children for Addie Mae, please? The Three of Pentacles. This Two of Wands reversed and the Three of Pentacles. It kind of feels like this is walking away or disconnecting from a certain situation and building something else. I'm getting that too. On the other side, Addie Mae works and helps the children. There's something about children that she's working with. Children. Could even be helping children to cross over who have crossed over in a traumatic way. Because I feel like she kind of, when she crossed over, she was just like, all right, this is it. Like, I'm here. You know, there was a process of having to kind of figure out what was going on. But I think she also helped some of the other girls in the situation cross over too. All right. Why is for Denise McNair? Why is answer prayer here, please? Why is answer prayer here, please, for Denise here? Whew, y'all, it's just a lot on my little soul right now. We got the King of Wands reverse and the Four of Pentacles reverse. It feels like this is the energy of maybe even Denise prayed to help. Like, God, can you please use me as an instrument to, to help this? So because I'm getting they were very intelligent, very, very intelligent. There was somebody that could have been abusive to her. Before the accident happened, before the terrorist group bombed the church. Because we just got to call it what it is, y'all. But I'm getting that too. She could have been upset or angry and she had to let that go. There was also some forgiveness here. Why is I was met by so many loving people and I am here helping you? Here for Denise, please. Yeah. She had to give up balancing or juggling something. I just heard you cannot serve two masters. So I think for her, it was more so about embracing like the love. It's kind of hard to do that in a situation like this when you are hurt and confused and you didn't get to, and I get especially for them, they didn't get to say everything they wanted to say or speak their truth. I'm getting to that either Addie or Denise was upset that they didn't get to say their last words to their parents or to whoever, but they did get to communicate with them eventually. But somebody was a little upset that they didn't get to say something that they wanted to say. Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles reverse, it's like you got to let go of something that you're not in control of. So it almost here feels too like Denise could have had a hard time crossing over. It feels like she didn't want to give up. She didn't want to give up. But with the Two of Pentacles, it's kind of like she understood. I think she saw where she was going to help in the afterlife, or where she is helping in the afterlife. Because like I said, I am here helping you. That's telling me like she had to let go of that anger in order to help fully in the afterlife. I mean, I don't see it as being like completely angry, but more so confused and upset. Like I see a lot of crying, a lot of tears. All right. Whoo, child. This is a lot. This is a lot right here. This is a lot. Okay. Why is it it's not your fault and it was my time to go here for Carol Robertson, please? She could have almost reincarnated too, Carol Robertson, because we have the Ten of Swords here. This is talking about an ending, something ending here. And then the Eight of Cups reverse, either not wanting to leave or coming back. So she may not have wanted to leave, but I think it was part of her soul evolution, because with the spiritual growth card, it's telling me that her spirit grew a lot from this. Almost like her spirit grew a lot from this. Okay. Why was it? It's my time to go here, please, for Carol Robertson. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. It feels like she came back. Feels like she got some clarity on the truth here. Like somebody was guiding her, or her spirit was guiding her. She could have felt lost too at first about leaving here in this situation. But whatever was brought to the surface, whatever wasn't known, she got clarity about it. So she was able to stop stressing out about it. And yeah, the Tower moment here is that she got the truth though. She learned the truth about what was going on. I think she was more so curious about why certain things happened or what happened here. So she was reflecting on it. But I do get that she kind of had to make a decision here. Now, I'm almost getting here, like she didn't want to leave, but it was her time to go. This could have been an exit point for her. Or this could have been a situation where she literally chose to live a life where this was going to happen to learn something. But I'm getting that she reflected on something here. She was reflecting on something. Why is spiritual growth here, please, for Carol Robertson? Her energy is a little different. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands here. So this is talking about forward movement. Yeah, so it feels like she's moving on from the past, or she moved on from the past. She could have, I ain't gonna lie, her soul could have already been reincarnated, because it's Eight of Wands here with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about past life, and the Eight of Wands talks about moving forward. So she may have already been reincarnated here, is what I'm getting. Yeah. That's interesting. Her energy is very interesting. Like she may have just kept it pushing. She's like moving on from her past life, or she moved on very quickly from the past. For her, it feels reoccurring, like she's coming back to learn things over and over, or like she's coming to learn something important. Yeah, Knight of Cups here. Because this is like somebody daydreaming, sitting under a tree or daydreaming, or kind of caught up in their past. It's like she moved on from that. The Emperor is giving me like God energy. So maybe she waited until to go into something more stable. I don't know, but I feel like for her, she came back. That's what it's bringing to me. She literally came back. That's what I'm seeing for sis over there. Whoo, child, this is intense. Why is I see all of your thoughts here with I watch over you every day? For Cynthia Wesley, please. Yeah, there was a struggle for her, I think. I feel like for her, there was a struggle. Either somebody in her family struggled to come out of this like energy. Like this is somebody, the Eight of Swords is like somebody who's literally stuck. They can't move. They can't go anywhere. There was a struggle for somebody to kind of talk about her passing afterwards. Like almost somebody didn't want to speak on it. Why is I watch over you every day here, please? Yeah. Now, for somebody, it feels like somebody tried to keep something a secret, but that didn't work. There was something that was hidden or that was not talked about, but that didn't work. Maybe somebody in her family just did not want to talk about it after it happened, but that wasn't the solution here. Okay, why is intention here, please, for Cynthia Wesley? Yeah, the Death card reverse. She may have also come back too. Death card reverse. This is talking about rebirth. Rebirthing some sort of energy. Why is intention here, please, for her? Yeah, the Four of Wands. The Death card reversed with the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands talks about relationships or long-term stability, like relationships that you can't get away from. Like my mom is going to be my mom for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? That's that Four of Wands energy. Like you can't get away from that. So it almost feels like she was born back into her family. Somebody, and the Four of Wands does talk about family or home. She could have been rebirthed back into her home as like, you know, somebody's child. I get that she was reborn. Yeah. Back into the family. All right. Okay. I don't know what that was. Why that wanted to come out. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles reversed. She said, we ain't wasting no time. All right. I'm going to do just, overall energy for them. And then we're going to just close out because it's a lot, sis. It's a lot. It's a lot doing these types of readings. I don't even know what I expected from this reading, but I don't think I could just keep going with this. Okay. So, what's the overall energy, please, for these four girls? For these four souls? What is the energy, please? They said experience is the best teacher. They learn from their past life, or they learn from their past experiences. That's pretty much what it was there for, is to learn. It wasn't there to cause calamity and tragedy. It was a learning lesson. They learned from their past, is what they're saying. Yeah. What is the overall messages? Yeah, they're healing. I'm just getting that they're still healing and learning. Maybe even some of them are teaching others how to heal in the other realms. What else is going on for these 4 girls? What else is going on for them? What's the overall messages for them? Yeah. So I'm getting like, even though the time that they lived in, even though people were, trying to break down their happiness, they're working on, or they were trying to, the lesson of it was to work on equal give and receive. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you give somebody what they give you, but it's like they're working on love, or they're doing some sort of work in the realms. All right. To balance something out with the 6 of Pentacles. They're saying hurt people hurt people. What else is the overall energy for them, please, as it currently stands? What is the overall energy, please? What is the overall energy, please? I'm getting there's like this very courageous energy around them of having the motivation to like lead the blind in a sense. Like, if you're not sure what to do within yourself, or this confliction within yourself, just not having doubt about it and just going for it. Like, it feels like this motivation to just keep going no matter what it looks like, no matter what this world looks like, just to keep going, to keep having, positive thoughts, good energy, to keep feeling inspired and motivated, and not letting anything stop you or make you feel like you're not good enough. It's like it's a good overall message. Any other overall messages, please, for them? Any overall messages for them, please? Any other overall messages for them? Yeah. It feels like there's this 5 of Wands here with the Queen of Cups is telling me that they're seeing, or they're looking at this confliction within the mothering energy, as far as they're saying like the world just literally needs a little bit of love, like a lot of love. Because my thing is, if you're teaching your children how to hate others because of their race, you're not teaching them love. But it feels like this Temperance card, like something's going to be restored with the 3 of Cups reverse and the 7 of Wands, where it's like, I think for them, what they were happy to be an accomplice with is restoring peace, or having peace, and not having to fight, or not having to defend yourself as much. Because, I mean, yeah, right now it's kind of hard with the Black Lives Matter stuff. Yes, it's hard. Yes, Black people are getting killed by police and God knows what else. But, like, imagine what it was like back then, where it was like there was no due diligence. There was no justice for you. If your people got killed by the police or whoever else, that was it. Like, there was nothing that you could really do but accept it and move on. There was nothing that you could do, like, at all. And at least now we're able to do something. Even if it feels like it's not bringing in all the results that we want, at least we're able to do something. It's people like these 4 little girls, Denise, Cynthia, Addie, Carolyn, you know what I'm saying? Or Carol. It's people like them, Emmett Till, the other people that we don't even know about, who, by them being kind of like the sacrificial lambs, we're able to see and kind of reference, where we come from, what this energy is coming from. And we're able to move on and heal. I think it's just more so about healing and not staying focused on these time frames because we're not in these time frames anymore. And just the evolution of letting go of the pain, letting go of the hurt, just letting go of that shit completely and being able to really see that we have moved on. Even though this was a painful lesson for everybody, this was painful because my thing is, yeah, the people who are racist and doing all this other shit, while they may just seemingly act like, oh, those N-words or, oh, this and that, they are human. And as a human, you got to be in a lot of fucking pain to treat human life that way. I don't care who you are, what you are. You have to be in pain. You have to have been bred generations of pain in order to not see the value of a human life or to disregard the value of a human life. That ain't normal. That's not regular. That's not normal by any means. So I think as we heal ourselves and come together and really work together, it's healing to those as well. You know, and it's like, pray for them. If you upset about racism and this and that, and you feel like there's nothing that you can do, just pray. Just sit and pray, because this is what we're here for. This school of earth is not going to be easy. This isn't like kindergarten where we color inside the lines. This is like college where we got tests and exams and shit. This can be hard, but it's about studying, like your inner study, studying yourself, studying others, and really taking apart, dissecting it. Not just like, oh, these white people, because that's the same thing they feel about us. Oh, these black people, thugs, gangsters, whatever. It's about taking apart that shit. Racism and slavery and all that did not just affect generations of African American people or black people. I like to say melanated beings. It affected a generation of non-melanated beings. Like that guilt, that hurt, all that is still residing DNA-wise within them on an energetic cellular level. It resides in them. You can see that with people who are mixed, people who are black and white, how they never seem to feel like they fit in anywhere, because that's one part of their cellular level saying it does not accept itself, and one part of it saying, you know, I'm going to fight to be whatever I need to be. That's what that is. I'm not going to get too far into it, but the message I think from this reading is just to have a sense of peace, have a sense of hope, even though the things that we see outside of ourselves in our outer world can be disgusting, horrible. There's evolution within it. We're not still seeing it. There's not still people. I mean, there's stuff happening on the low, but not how it used to be. And that's what we should focus on, is that even though it's not exactly where we want it to be, it's not where it used to be. It's not. Yes, some things have changed and evolved over time, but we are making progress here. And the progress is to keep being you, keep loving, keep believing, keep feeling inspired, keep taking new chances, new risks, keep opening yourself to love, because those who are closed off to love are the ones that regenerate hate and regurgitate hate, because they do not accept love, because they don't love themselves. I don't know. So that's what I'm getting for this reading. I got to go now, because I almost cried like 11 times on this reading. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I connected a little too deeply to this reading, so I got to take my time and go give me my little Kleenex and cry it out a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you got something positive from this message in this reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.